Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky. Good morning. We're being quirky this morning. You're in for a real treat.
I could have had a V8. I'm Jason.
I'm Jana.
And we are living lucky.
When he says, I could have had a V8, we're really aging ourselves. It's those old commercials where people would be walking around all sideways and then they would drink their vegetables. And all of a sudden they'd hit themselves on the head. Why would they do that?
They just got to shake things up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
It's amazing how much all that sodium just lines you right up.
Yeah, but just, right? It is full of sodium. But just now when I hit myself in the head, I feel like I almost knocked my ponytail off.
Knock that bun off.
Please say hello. We want to connect with you. And happy Tuesday. I think today is Nationally Being Heard Day.
Being heard, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
I don't know where that fits in.
That's Popeye being heard.
But I heard
or
you.
Blimpie being heard.
It is a Popeye saying, right?
I think it's Blimpie.
Blimpie?
That's Popeye's friend from the dock.
Nobody remembers Blimpie. We only remember olive oil.
That's because he wasn't heard.
Popeye and Pluto.
Bluto.
Oh, no, Pluto. Bluto?
Pluto's a planet. Or was a planet.
No,
until
Pluto
recently.
is the dog on Disney, right? See? I told you, you're not going to know what you get today. We're all over the place. Good morning,
Sheila's got a
Sheila.
wedding to attend today. Shotgun wedding.
Sheila, go into the chapel
and
and...
we're gonna get married.
She's correcting us and she says it's Bluto. Bluto.
To the moon, Alice.
Exactly. Oh, good morning, Julie. Thank you for joining us. Today we are talking about a Yoda saying. We're not even talking about Popeye. That was just to get people intrigued and to get them hooked and,
That's right.
and to reel them
It's
in.
all about my forearms and my calves.
Today we are talking about a Yoda saying, and it is do or do not. There is no try. We had a V8 moment as we tie it back. This weekend, we were listening to Pastor Craig Groeschel, and he was talking about, he's in a series called The Power of Change. And so many times we use language like, I'm trying to exercise. I'm trying to become
Even something as simple as
an international speaker.
Even something as simple as I'm trying my best.
I'm trying my best. And when we use words like trying, what we're really telling our brain is that we're not succeeding. What we really are telling our brain is that we're half committed.
We're not hitting the mark.
We're not playing full out. We're not all in. We haven't burned the boats per se.
At the end of the day, if you're trying, at the end of the day, when you hit the checklist
Yes.
and you say, what have I done today? You say, I tried. And that's not a completion. There's nothing to say I accomplished.
Small distinction there. But I know for my brain is very goal oriented. And so when I say, well, I tried my best, what I really am saying is I really feel like I failed. I tried, but I failed. And I know that that's not always the truth, but there is something small in your brain where...
Well, it's like I tried, I got 98%, I didn't get 100. I tried, I got 90%, but I didn't get 100. Like it's almost like a perfection mechanism.
Yes.
And if we just switch it from trying to training, then there's that very hard sense of accomplishment.
Or doing. I'm doing my best.
Yeah. Either one.
It's NLP. It's neuro-linguistic programming. And I know that this is really, really minute stuff, but when you're in the middle of a change and you say, I'm trying to build my finances, you're really telling your brain, yeah, but you're not really doing it. No. So when you say, I'm doing my best to build my future, my financial future, or I'm in training to become a multi-billionaire, then that has a different connotation, and words matter.
Yeah.
Words matter.
Yeah, and Julie says that, but if you don't try, you get 0%. So if you don't get started, and so I would just reframe that to say, get started in your training, or get started in your doing.
Well, that's
get
another
started in your
thing
motion.
That Pastor Craig said. He's working in his jiu-jitsu. And he's working toward a black belt. He's in training for a black belt. And his mentor said the hardest color of belt to get is not actually the black belt, which is the highest level. The hardest belt to get is the white belt, which is actually the first belt that you train for. And that's because most people don't get started, which is what Julie was saying. If you don't try, you get 0%.
If you don't start.
So yeah, so there's all different perspectives that we're coming from here. So
yeah. So, but the difference between the white belt and the black belt is the white belt never stops training.
yes, so the hardest one is getting started. And once you get the white belt, then you continue training, and eventually you get
Black belts, and then different levels of black belts.
yeah. Maybe we should try jiu-jitsu.
I'm not doing jiu-jitsu.
No? Well, and why? Why is that?
So I took Taekwondo.
You did?
Yeah.
When? Tell us more.
Again, I'm going to fall back to my 12-year-old self, because that's when I go to those things. I think I was probably actually 14, 15. That I took Taekwondo from a Taekwondo master in Quincy, Florida.
Oh, wow.
Of all places. It's a small, one of the storefronts.
Okay.
And did it for several weeks. And the week we got to hitting our faces with grapefruits to toughen up our faces for the punching sessions.
They actually do that?
We did. Our master was a fruit
You
expert.
hit your face with a grapefruit.
We hit our face with grapefruits to just kind of get our faces ready for the punches. And I said, you know what? I would rather eat a grapefruit.
Or save my face. I would rather save my face.
I didn't have a pretty face at the time. I think I'd already broken my nose once by that time. And
Really?
yeah.
Oh. I'm not sure what the difference between jiu-jitsu and taekwondo
Me neither.
and karate. I don't know. Maybe I need
Karate's
to do
for defense.
some research there. Although, you know what I was thinking about signing up for? I was thinking about signing up for a drum exercise class.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Does it?
I'm all about a drum circle.
It's not a drum circle. You use drumsticks and drumming for exercise.
Nice.
Yeah?
Well, for you.
Okay, I'm going to
I think
sign
that's
you
good.
up
No,
too.
that's for you.
No, you just said it was nice.
For you. I'm training for other things.
Training. I like though the way that you use different
Vernacular.
yes, you're learning, Jason. So Sheila has a wedding today. Yesterday she announced there was a wedding proposal.
That was quick.
And then she turned that around very quickly. Today there's
That's
a wedding.
called getting going.
Right? At 11:30 we're headed to the chapel. So, hey,
Congratulations,
we celebrate you. That is awesome. Go, Amanda. Amanda's going to be a married
we don't know
woman.
that it's Amanda, but she's got a wedding to go to. She didn't specifically say it's Amanda.
Oh, no, she did.
Oh, it's
yeah.
okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. Yay. Okay, so that's something to think about today. We're not trying, we're doing. We're doing, we're training. Just change your words and you change your life. Wayne Dyer used to say, we change the way we look at things. The things we look at change. So let's change the words we use. And next thing you know,
everything changes.
you know, one more thing before we go, because we have a couple more minutes. It was brought to my attention that whenever I say, I don't know, which I say a lot, I say that a lot, don't I? I say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Whenever we say, I don't know, we're actually giving our brain instructions. It's like an instruction manual for your brain. So when you say, I don't know, you're really telling your brain that you don't know.
I don't know what I want to do right now. I don't know what I want to do tomorrow. Shut the book. Don't even think about it.
Right? So then your brain, that's what your reality is going to be.
And
is that you don't know.
And it's not something you're consciously, like your intention is to think about what you want to do tomorrow, but you're really subconsciously telling your brain, I don't know what I want to do tomorrow. Let's not worry about that. Let's think about other things that are happening around me.
But just saying it out loud is you're giving your brain instructions.
It's permission.
It's
you're giving
permission
your
to
brain
not
permission
know.
to say, okay, my body doesn't want to know what's going on tomorrow.
So
it's disempowering.
I'm actually creating
instruction.
more chaos and more unfocused. I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting exactly what I don't want.
That goes back to that whole the intention of, especially for long-term things, like I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills at the end of the month. So instead of the empowering questions and disempowering questions, instead of looking for the specifics of where am I going to find the money? How is money falling into my sphere? Where are the opportunities? Getting those empowering questions. When we say, I don't know where the money's coming from, I don't know why people don't like me, I don't know why I'm not getting invited to things, then when we change the wording,
yes,
it's amazing how your reticular
then your
activating
reality
system
starts to change. So the way we're talking our future, we're talking it into fruition. That's a weird thing to think about. So I'm going to end it there.
It's a weird thing to
so that we can
experience,
all just let it brew. We might need a V8 to let it brew. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Marilyn says it might be the truth and it's okay. You might not know at the time you're asked a question. It's okay to say, I don't. And
the best answer to when someone asks you a question, though, is
let me think about it.
Let me think about it, or let me find the answer and get back to you.
Yes. And Sheila says, I'm a bit anxious of how things will go. And Sheila, our prayers are with you. Everything's going to be great.
Things will go wonderfully.
It's going to be a very
because
memorable
look for
day. Have a great day, guys. Live lucky. Bye-bye.
If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.